All right. Bible proof God is not a Trinity, looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 23 to 28. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to read this to you, but this is my own rendering of it to try to identify the pronouns, because it gets really pronoun heavy and it can be difficult to know who is being spoken of. The way I have done this verse, this passage, I should say, is alluding to Psalm 110 and 1. And so I have taken that into consideration as I go through the pronouns here. But every man in his own order, Christ the firstfruit, afterwards they that are Christ at Christ's coming. Then cometh the end, when Jesus shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when God shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For Jesus must reign till God hath put all enemies under Jesus' feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. For he, God, hath put all things under Jesus' feet. But when God saith all things are put under Jesus, it is manifest that God is accepted, which did put all things under Jesus. And when all things shall be subdued unto Jesus, then shall Jesus also himself be subject unto him, unto God, that put all things under Jesus, that God may be all in all. And so I don't know, hopefully that helps follow through some of those pronouns that are a little bit difficult to otherwise navigate, and you're going, who's speaking about what and when and where, and it can be a challenge. And so I want to provide you a quote from Brother David Bernard's book, The Oneness of God. I believe it was page 105. When the reasons for the sonship cease to exist, Jesus will cease acting in his role as son, and the sonship will be subdued back into the greatness of God, who will return to his original role as Father, Creator, and ruler of all. And so this takes place at a point after the rapture, according to verse 23, sometime at the end. I believe this is fulfilled in Revelation chapter 20, verse 11. And in my series here with the Bible proof against that God is not a Trinity, I mentioned Bernard's quote there. And so very important for us to recognize and realize the last enemy to be destroyed is death. That takes place at Revelation chapter 20, verses 11 and 12, at the final resurrection of the dead, when all the dead, small and great, finally stand before God. And that's the fulfillment as well of Philippians 2, 9 through 11. It's the very first time that everyone that's ever lived can acknowledge Jesus Christ as Yahweh, the Lord. And so God is not a Trinity. The Bible clearly teaches, and hopefully that gave a little better understanding through these verses here in 1 Corinthians, the end of the sonship. God bless you.